with me, I have Joseph and Noah from MakerBot.org.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Would you tell our audience what this partnership is about and what this week has been like for you? This 1 week intensive with students, 3D printing and stop motion animation.
So, my name is Joseph Weisgold. I'm also from the MakerBot Foundation. This is Noah Tager, and along with Liz Aram, we've been teaching this course here for now 6 weeks. It's been a great opportunity for us to conduct some experimental lessons that we hope eventually to share using innovative new technologies, 3D scanning, 3D printing, 3D modeling. In this class specifically, we were focused on 3D scanning using technologies like 123D Catch and the Connect to use Reconstruct Me, and making stop motion animations. So talking about narrative, how to make a compelling story, how to communicate effectively visually, and using programs such as iStopMotion and iMovie to do that. So it's really been a joy. I think the students had a great time and feel much more comfortable now approaching these new technologies.
Yeah, I mean, here at the center, we really value teamwork, collaboration, mentorship, hands-on activities. Would you be able to talk about what you've seen here this week in terms of those values?
Yeah, of course. So I'd say the programs were largely autonomous. The students were working very independently, fulfilling their own agendas and creating works that they can truly feel ownership over. We were, of course, very involved in their process, helping them along the way, but it was very important to us that as a team they felt ownership over their projects and they could come away with something that they could show off and with new skills that they could use on their own time.
Mm-hmm. And Noah, would you tell us a little bit about your involvement here?
Sure, so I'm an intern with the MakerBot Foundation, and I've been helping out at Bot Camp for the last 3 weeks, assisting Joseph in the classroom and helping to troubleshoot the MakerBots that we have and helping to teach the kids the various different forms of technology that we've been using in the classroom.
Mm-hmm. So we're excited to show you the films that our students have made this week. So we're going to show our next film now. It's actually our last one. Here we go. So that was Lord of the Rings in a sci-fi nutshell, and we've got the filmmakers here. If you could introduce yourselves.
I'm Ronan. I'm Jack. I'm Michael.
And would you share what you have, your props in your hands?
This is, you might remember it as one of the covers for in the battle scenes. And this is the Green Army, the leader and the two of the soldiers.
And here is the safe that they wanted to have.
These are two soldiers that would have been in the White Army, but we decided not to add them in.
Wow. I'm curious about, the storyboards behind this whole process of how you made the film. How did you work together to design those storyboards and make that into this narrative that you have?
Well, I wasn't there for the filming day, but on our first day when we were just designing and stuff, I worked on making sure all the prints were ready and they were not like failing or toppling over or anything bad like that.
And for the storyboard, the original idea was for actually two real humans to be like magicians and make 3D prints to fight each other. But we guess that was gonna take too long, so we changed it into just 3D prints just gonna fight each other.
Who was involved with the music? There's battle music, there's peaceful music. How did you choose, how the music would flow throughout the film?
I chose about 25 songs, and I had both of them listen to it. About most of them, they thought was okay or didn't like it at all, except for these 4. And we just thought, well, we just put them together in the right way.
Okay, what was going through your mind when you thought, oh, this song isn't good, or this song is good?
Well, we had to watch our movie over and over again and listen to the songs at the same time to see if they would go well with each scene.
I want to hear a little bit more actually about the actual products, the props that you printed. What was that process like in terms of actually seeing it come from nothing?
Well, it's always fun to see things. These, the soldiers and the generals, pretty easy in my mind, but this, which I 3D scanned on the first day, it was supposed to be a mini bingo machine. Didn't work out too well.
Right, so, and the soldiers and the generals were from Thingiverse, and we actually took 2 days to print them, even though it shouldn't take that long because the printers were just stopped extruding the plastic, and it kept on stopping, and we can finally get some on the printer, but most of them it didn't work.
And then what about your props at the end?
Well, what do you mean my props? I built the fortress that was used. I also borrowed the bed from another film that was there, and we used that. Yeah.
Fabulous. Just from the instructor's point of view, how did you see, all their different parts come together? They have so many different aspects in all their scenes. What was it like for you to see it from day one until now?
I think that this was a really great example of a very true iterative process. This project transformed a number of times throughout, and I think very successfully. Thingiverse is a joy just to explore, and they found generals and soldiers, and they just wanted to print these, and I think that was a great jumping off point to getting into how you wanted your story to actually come together, because the story is very complex. I think it's really a sophisticated narrative where if you actually can read into it. And while the characters don't move, I think that they did an excellent job of making a compelling story and presenting it that way, including all the props. Including reshooting. I remember that we had to reshoot some scenes, and that was potentially frustrating, that it didn't work perfectly the first time. But it was, a huge success. I think every time that we reshot something, we were a little bit happier. So it was really good, really well done.
Noah, do you have anything else to add?
Sure. I really liked how they, as Ronan said, incorporate a lot of the prints that they'd done before they even thought about the plot of their movie into the background, using just kind of things you'd find around the classroom and really incorporating them in an interesting way into their movie and into the plot.